Hello. I have got some new lyrics for you today. It's a song called Good Life by Joe. I'll just write it for you. Uh, I would really, really like for you to go and listen to it. I'll read the lyrics out for you now. And listen to it on YouTube or whatever you like. Um, so that's the artist there, and that's the song title. And leave a comment in there that you heard this song from Evita's Light Tarot. Okay, so here is the lyrics. Life is all about you and not at all about you. Now that's two opposing thoughts, and yet both of them are true. How can you experience everything you choose to while observing the experience you're having from a higher view? See, it's the question, not the answer, that's the higher view. Otherwise, you couldn't differentiate between the two. Awareness, but of who? You think you hurt me, but I promise I was letting you. They say we're all one, but where have we been headed to? I'd rather die free than have to live inside a petting zoo. I am the journey that I'm getting to. I could be it all, I'll make a good life. Let me choose my mind. It's the only way to love. The only way to love. I could be it all, I could make a good life. Let me lose my mind. It's the only way to love. The only way to love. Gratitude is my destination. My destiny is perfectly aligned with this location. I am the map. I travel back in time. I have everything I want because my imagination is mine. My mind is not enough for me because I'm not my mind. I could see it all, but never get to see I'm truly blind. I could be it all, but all identities intertwine. The moon is only bright because it reflects the sunshine. It's not the human race, it's just the human race. There's nothing left to chase. We do not run this place, but both medicine and poisons an acquired taste. So I started taking selfies of somebody else's face. Yeah, I've got 6 and 9 up on here right now. Listen to that song. And like follow the instructions. It's really good song, right? You heard the sound bowls, and obviously most people would have had sound baths, gong baths, all that kind of thing. Well, the type of music that it is, it's all frequency based, and this is really lovely affirmations. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Before we continue, I will just state my own protections. I am supported up by the darkness and pulled up by the light. It's the inherent protection we all have when we are in line with the Most High. Yeah, when we give our will over to Him. Or, but please take the next 20 seconds to cast your own protections over this and feel at home. Do you know what I nearly forgot? Bubble time. Bling ding 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 bling 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 ding bling 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 ding ding a ding. Bubble 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 bubble. There we go. We've got bubble time in the house, and we're nearly at the 5 minute point, which is usually where not many people get to in the video. So, for those who are still here, I have been given a divine blessing for you all from Spirit today when I was having a look through some bits and pieces just before I came here, and I'm going to show you what it is. And I'm really pleased to be able to give it to you all. Everybody who is on the right track. I don't know if it's quite hard to focus on there. What we have is 111 222 333 444 555 666 777 888, and then on the next picture was the neck, literally just after the corner, 999999. And I don't know. I saw that, and the rolls were upside down, which meant like I am to hand that over to you, because when I took a picture of it, if I showed it to you, it would read the right way up. And I thought, there we go. You know, that's for you. That's for all of the tribe. Okie dokie. So let's have a quick look. Oh, 2 a.m. is it? Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Maybe I should go a little bit later. Sending love and light on a completely separate note, Oggy. The origami on your wall makes a blow rabbit once. Does it really? Nice. I wondered. Just for you to be aware, I have enlisted my pizza face over there, my pepperoni pizza face for some extra warm vibes. And Roach, so there's pizza face, and Rexy's sitting in the corner next to him. Yeah, I'll be working. Okay, Diana, it's nice to see you here. Very nice. I hope you're going to go through this process now from your reading yesterday. I hope you've got it. Like I was getting some more downloads about it today as I went, but we'll speak about it later. I'll be back on Facebook at some point. Sending love from Minxie. Yes, thank you, Minxie. Okay, David, I'm glad you like that. Hey, Sweetly. What's the name of the song, the lyrics you're reading? Right, I am. It's called Good Life by Zhu. ZHU. Definitely get it on. Have a look on YouTube, and please tag in the comments everybody that does that you heard this. You got referred this song by Evita's Light Tarot. Okay, because it's an alchemic song. It's about the perspective, and I've got a few more songs for you as well, but we'll stay with that one. Today, what I'd like to do before we go into any, what I'll do is I'll go, because it's so early in the morning, I would like for everybody just to feel how they're feeling to start with. And then if any words come out, like, see if you can, when you're feeling the feeling, see if there's any subject that's in the forefront of your mind, and just write the word in the chat, because what I'm going to do is I've got some blank cards, and I want to make up some cards, because you guys are very in tune. You guys and girls, you're very, very in tune. All right. And what's going on in your minds is happening collectively as well. But quite a lot of you are able to see the perspective side of things as well. And you're really quite honest with yourselves. And being honest with yourselves means that you have no fear in that respect. So putting them forward, I would like to kind of see if I can make some cards that can allow us to really pinpoint those energies. So not just using the tarot in the runes, but I want to see if we can really kind of dive, if we can dive into how and where the actual effects are, just to get a bit more clarity on things. Okay, so when you're ready, just stick some stuff in, stick some words in. Hello, Xavier Wisdom. I am on her page as part of her request. David, don't die, because I get blamed for that as well. Okay. Oh. I'm on mute since I'm working on the phone. Okay. How, is the CC kind of thing working? I just had 1010 up there. All right. Good morning. Good morning then. Let's do a real. I said, well, I've got to be careful about saying doing a quick one because we tried to do a quickie yesterday, and what happened? It turned into like an hour reading just for the things that are going on. So what was quite mad was that, yeah, see, today, shuffling the cards worked. Yesterday, it really didn't want to do it. It was like, no, you cut me 3 times, and that's all I want. And that was from every single deck. Spirit was a little bit, was being assertive yesterday, wasn't it? So I got a letter today from court. My ex-wife is taking me to court, and she didn't let me know about it, and she sent it to my old address for the last place I was, the last recovery place I was, and yeah, interesting. And do you know what? I got it today, and I was like, yes. Even though she would have so many things in her favour when it comes, I don't even know what the court case is about because the courts haven't sent me anything. I've got a letter from like the child side of things, and yeah, there was no resentments in there or anything. It was like, boom, there's that death that's coming, and all I've got to do is have faith, let go to the Most High, be completely honest, and everything's going to come out. It's been in the readings for ages. It's like, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah. Right. Now then, what does Spirit want to talk about today? The Fool. Do you know what's crazy about this? Is that I was literally searching up the Fool card earlier for all of its different meanings. And I don't know why. I just was looking. I wanted to start learning my tarot properly. And this just came out in the upright, and this is about that faith, that leap of faith. It's about the unforetold. In fact, I might as well just open it again. So look, can you see? It was just there. I don't know if you can see that. The full tarot card. Yeah. And it's just jumped out. But this has got on the bottom, it's got change. So we'll have a look on that there. And I've got the Moony book here. Together with those blessings that I was to give you all, things are on the up. So, loyalty, protection, and guidance. The upright invites us to take risks for greater growth in all aspects of life. Yeah, that's quite good, quite nice. I mean, nothing new there. Beginnings, protection, change, adventure, openness, and freedom. The Fool is looking outwards with his trusted dog protecting him, following his every move. He carries a small bundle filled with tools needed for his journey ahead, representing knowledge. The Fool is preparing to take a leap of faith as he trusts the opportunities the universe has brought to him. The new moon is a sign of new beginnings, with the light shining brightly behind it, showing good intention, and the twinkling of stars representing opportunity. Now, the lyrics of that song we just listened to as well, part of the lyrics of that was the moon reflects the sun's shine, right? The word on my mind this morning is financial gain needs to come in. Nice one, Tom. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to write that down because we're going to look at that later. Financial, and we've got change here as well. So if finances are on my mind too, and we've got change coming in, and it was, as I said, it was in the upright. So it's like we need to make that leap forward. There's something to do there. There's a new beginning coming. Star message: have faith in yourself and believe in the new beginnings. The moon affirmation, I embrace change and I'm ready for something new. I think in order to get that financial gain, we must be ready to make to do something that we haven't done before, per se. Although this the read here is at least the description is saying about the new moon. That looks like a full moon. Well, actually, no, it's not a full moon, but we can see the moon. Normally, you can't see a new moon, but we've got full moon in Capricorn coming up, and it's like you got a bag right in the center with the tools needed for his journey, which is the material needed, you know. And oh look, he's got a dog with him. And what's dog spelt backwards? God, unconditional love. Looking after here every need. Look, he's looking towards him. He's straight up, and it's a reflection. Remember, you can see the shadow there, like saying dog backwards. It's nice, isn't it? Right. Why is he red? I need to hit. Am I red? Somebody's out for some revenge. Five of Swords. Hey, Patty. Someone's out for some revenge. Maybe this change that's coming in, this new beginning, is going to be observed by someone, and they're going to be quite unhappy about this. Yeah, because they get that you're gaining something, and they were either trying they probably made a mistake in leaving you because they left you for the wrong reasons, and they thought that you had nothing left to give to them, to a situation, and now that that's happening, now that you're gaining, they're going to be upset about that, right? Let's see what else we've got here. It's funny how that card came in just as Patty did. Hey, Patty, that's quite a lot of cards that came out there. But we've got the Four of Wands, celebration, Five of Cups, grief, Six of Cups, past, and the Page of Wands, invention. The thing is, right, is that we've got the two cups and we've got the two wands. So the magic and the cups. It's like the past is going to be in grief. Yeah. So that past person that's giving that revenge energy, they're going to be in grief now. But it can also mean that you are also grieving about the loss of that past. That might. Oh, I thought this was going to be a financial reading, but as usual, it turns into. Hang on. We have got invention and celebration. This almost. I know I'm being a bit narcissistic, as people like to say, but this is almost like it's a reading for the judgment that's coming at my court case that's going to come up. It's like I'm having faith, leap of faith. My ex is trying to get revenge on me. It's a past grief, and there's going to be a celebration, right? But the invention, what's the invention about? Because invention can bring financial change, right? It's that new beginnings, that leap of faith into something, to invent something. And if you look in the background, we've got Saturn, and that's Capricorn, right? And she's standing on the moon. Something's coming, people. Something's coming. That's really nice. And yeah, the Five of Cups is grief in emotion. It's like they're going to be in waiting. Those, I know those are, they just look like timers to me. And the Six of Cups, there's going to be light shone on the past. Can you see the star in the very middle? There's going to be some light shone on the past that's going to bring about that Six of Cups. There's quite a few cards here. I'm going to do a real quick read into it. I'm going to check out Five of Swords, Six of Cups, and Five of Cups real quick. Beat me to it if you can. Does anyone beat me to it? Nope. I'm here. Right, good. Five of Swords. Selfish energy, narcissism, and loss. Right? And all of those things come up to the meaning, the combined meaning of revenge. The Five of Swords signifies controlling energy over a person or situation. Right. From my last videos, what I've always said about controlling, trying to control something else other than ourselves, right, always leads to like, thank you, Minx. Trying to control something trying to control something else other than ourselves leaves us in a reactive state. And when we're in a reactive state, we're not able to direct our energies in the way that we want them beneficial for ourselves, right? And because of that, if we're going into our negative, if we're going into down the path that's not good for us, then we're going to be losing. We're going to be losing stuff because we can't control anything else. And if we're trying to control something else and we're losing control of something else, then it's going to make us quite angry. We're going to want that revenge. Someone may be spreading gossip, or you may be feeling egotistical. There seems to be no end to your troubles as someone continues to kick you when you're down. You may be feeling defeated, drained, or betrayed within domestic situations, bullying at work, legal disputes, or friendship disagreements. Choose your battles wisely and know your worth. Moon message. Remember that karma always prevails and you reap what you sow. I, like probably everybody else, could definitely resonate with that. The thing is that it no longer grips me anymore. That having the faith for me really does just alleviate everything. I have no, like, it's just like, oh, brilliant. Finally, something is happening now that this new situation can come to an end. It's like people, I know that myself before, if I received a letter from a court for whatever reason, or so, I'd be like, oh no, I've got to deal with this now. But really, I'm like, thank you for sending that. Thank you for getting in the way and putting something in there that's that number 5 to change it. Yeah. Right. So financially, this can also be as well. There could be some kind of dispute. Let's look at that six of cups. Cups. Yeah. So, like I say, Tom, I want to help you out with that financial kind of information type thing. I don't know if we're going to get it from this reading, but it's going to be something that I do later while you're all sleeping. I'm going to get something up and going. Okay. And so hopefully gets our spirit to help us there. So 6 of Cups is childhood, friendships, and memories, which combine to like the past. This 6 signifies the past. This will be coming back to you through distant friends and family as you walk down memory lane. You are filled with light-hearted, innocent, playful energy. Do not lose sight of your priorities now, as memories of the past selves that helped you shape you today. Someone or something may feel uncomfortable in its presence, reminding you of your childhood. This energy is all in the moment and will not last long. So enjoy the happy memories. Star message. Enjoy what past has taught you and incorporate it into the present. Hi, Lisa. I love that. I've reached out to Evita's. Yeah. So what I was saying about that past, that there's light being shone on the past, and it's gonna be moving on to grief in a minute, right? But it's like the past is seeing the change that you're doing, and they're feeling spiteful about it in a way. They're revengeful because really they need to look at their own projection. They messed up, and they've had to go. Right, you've had to go. Whatever the situation has, it's happened and it's separated. But they've seen this change in you and this new energy. It's like you've relit yourself. You kind of got yourself out of a hole which you weren't expected to, or that they didn't even care whether you're going to or not. But where you might have been attached to them in the past, always going back, always trying to reconcile, always because of that care, but you've not been doing. Now, because you're doing the opposite will happen where they're going to try and come back to you. Now, remembering the past for the positive things is important, but that's probably how they're going to come to you. Hidden darkness coming to light in all those situations. Thank you for that scripture. Lovely. It will come into light exactly in Jesus' name, right? It will come into light, but that's going to be the way that they're going to try and sneak into the energy if you're not careful. Think about how much you've been through and how much time it has taken you to get through what you've been going through, right? And the thing about that is like, and all of a sudden it might seem as if it's been only a couple of months since you've really clicked, but it's taken you nearly a year or 2 years to get to that point in which you click, and then they're going to come back. The logic is that they haven't put the work in because they haven't seen where the projections are yet. So they're going to come in trying to sneak back in this energy. But all of that time that you've been going through what you've gone through, you've got all of this experience, and you're going to feel maybe nice, but you need to be aware. It tied into the reading that we did last night about that devil energy that's coming back, right? Where we're going to be tested on things because we want that. We're going to be tested in the thing that we really want. But there'll be like red flag moments that are going to be testing us to see if we're willing to sacrifice ourselves to give that, or are we going to do the hard work, which may be waiting and letting that opportunity, that past opportunity, go by. And it seems like that's what most of us are going to do, because there is a grief card that comes afterwards, the 5 of Cups, right? And like I said, that's that moon energy right there, which is emotion. 5 of Cups, which is hope, defeat, and sadness, combined grief, symbolizing grief and loss. This card shows real sadness and disappointment, leading to you feeling disconnected. You may have been denied a work opportunity or promotion within a relationship or friendship. You may have been disappointed or felt rejected. It can also mean a literal loss of a loved one. This card brings your attention to the temporary. These feelings will not last and your situation will get better. Release these feelings however feels best to you, and know that the sun will rise again tomorrow. Moon message. There is a new chance on the horizons. Things are getting better. Now, when we can see these negative cards, right, and it's like, oh, we can really start to manifest. But this is where the alchemy comes in. This is really where the alchemy comes in. Because, for example, I've given you mine. I've said what mine is. And that potentially what this might be coming to, and it's about that court case. I've got that full moment. Boom! I've left it over to God, to Dad, to sort out. Right? X is coming in for revenge. The light's gonna be shone on the past because I have no idea what she said about me. I have no idea. I didn't even know this court case was coming, although I did, but not in the physical. Yeah. There's going to be grief from it. I mean, the potential is that I could lose any contact with my daughter, any, right? That and that is a potential. Even though I'm giving myself to the Most High, that is very much a possibility that it could be. Do you know what I mean? But then I can mitigate all of these things, because if I know that I'm going to be feeling rejected, that there's a possibility to lose somebody, right? There's a possibility of that disappointment. Then I can, before it happens, I can take myself into that feeling and observe myself, and I go, hey, it's only temporary, and actually there's a bigger reason why it's going to happen. And by doing that, you automatically alchemize it, and it no longer becomes applicable to you because you've already resolved it before it's happened. You won't be reactive. So therefore, it must mean that it's for the opposite person. Hey, friend. Do you know what I mean? The loss of your brother. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. We have got invention and then celebration. That comes up after that. So looking into this, how can that be? I mean, the change could be, I'm going to look at invention, which is first of all page of wands. The thing is, for this to be true, it has to be universally true, really. I mean, this is about energy. And the electricity you turn on, your light bulb here, is the same electricity running through my computer, yet there's a different outcome. Do you know what I mean? So it's like all energy is the same. It's just where we can see it, whether it's in our energy, someone else's energy, or how it affects our energy, because we're all connected to it, which is why you're here, right? Page of Wands, courage, discovery, and innocence. Right. So I don't think it is about invention in a way, unless it's like you're reinventing yourself. The page, something went blunk blunk. I have no idea what that was. The page is a free-spirited inventor, unafraid to step out of their comfort zone to start a new chapter within their lives. With a fresh outlook on opportunities and creative endeavors, they approach the future with enthusiasm. This may be the start of a new project or relationship, which is full of positive energy and excitement. As time of discovery is on the horizon, you could be traveling soon. Moon message: be flexible and enthusiastic as new opportunities present themselves. This is good. This is good. This is good. This now allows us for the finances, allows any past love issues come in, any kind of courts, anything. This really goes to anything now. Because we've got here, it's literally saying this is like bracketing the change in a way. And how I just explained about the grief and how to alchemize it, it's literally just said that in other words just here, right? With a fresh outlook on opportunities and creative endeavors, they approach the future with enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. Don't do that negative, go, oh no, this is an opportunity of this, and then be like, you know? The page is a free-spirited inventor, unafraid to step out of their comfort zone and start a new chapter within their lives. When it comes to certain situations that we're used to repeating over and over and over again, this is basically saying stepping out of that. Be unafraid. You know, listen to what that fear is and then go, right, thank you for telling me what I need to understand. Now I'll learn about it and I won't have that fear anymore. I'll be unafraid. And then you can get some sort of direction to step out of what you would normally do. Yeah. But be flexible and enthusiastic, especially you, Minx, as new opportunities present themselves. I have someone really pulling on my energy. Yes, darling. That's because you've been putting, well, it's not because, but you have been putting lovely comments on this, Lisa, which I appreciate you. As soon as I put this on the timer to go onto the live, that was it. I was hit as well, and I got really tired, and I was like, "Oh yeah, coming at me, are you, bro?" Well, I've got positivity to give to everybody today. Now, I was thinking about earlier the trolls. But we'll get into that after we've done the celebration. In fact, no, I'm going to say it now because I guess the alchemized plan for the trolls, will lead to a celebration in itself. Yeah? I lost my dad a year ago and it's been a horrible year. Notes, we're never going to get along. He was my adopted parent. 5 of Cups is a loss of my brother. My friend. I'm sorry about all of the loss that you've all had. I mean, it's not my fault, but I still have that sorrow for you. They're around us. What Evita going through is obviously very personal. She apparently will be back in a few days. She has been in contact with him. Super ready for a new chapter. Yes, that's it. That's the spirit. How many of us are on this endeavor? All of us. 3:33 a.m. Nice. Might as well stay up. Oh, no. I won't be long here. Okay. Can't hear anything, but I'd like a new chapter with some more financial abundance in general. Well, this is, okay, Minx. We watch the video later. This won't be a too longer one. I'm going to finish off this. I won't bother saying about the. Oh no, I have to because I've already put it on the thing. So, the trolls, right? They have great power in how they believe in what they believe in, and they're able to go to anyone, just like a bull charging into a shop, right? Into a china shop. And the thing is that first of all, it's directing that bull, right? By giving that bull a mind. So we can that ability that they have doesn't have to be lost. It's like, you know how I say the darkness supports me and the light pulls me up? Well, if they're in their right polarity, then they're aiming towards the light, and their shadow, which is the darkness, is all pointing in the same direction, so to speak, which is the direction in which they think they're going, they want to go, which is towards the light. And then they can become that darkness that supports everyone. They're not afraid to go, listen, you need to look at this. You must look at this. But first, it's helping them to tune themselves in, right? I guess. And I've got like a pressure in my right ear and on my throat. Someone doesn't want me to say that. It's like, so we've got 4 of wands. 4 of wands. I don't know. Looking at that, remember, wands is about magic. We've got 2 up and 2 down. That's like negative going to positive and positive pulling up the negative. Creating that look, raising that vibration from left to right. It raises that vibration. It's all going upwards. Yeah. What's going on? I'll go back and listen when I can hear. Yeah. I've had the same feels. I don't think it's what we think. It's certainly concerning the southernness of the shock. Oh no, I know it's not a personal attack, G. Not at all. No, I don't take it personally. I can't. If I actually took it personally, then that would really go against my philosophy and would prove everything I'm saying to be untrue. You know? But that's for me. I mean, I don't need to prove it to anybody else, but it's about my self-confirmation. I've got to walk my own walk. There's no point in talking it to other people. I've proved it over time, and this is adding new perspective. But like I said in the other videos, that frustration that comes when it's like, I can see how beautiful you are. If only you could open your eyes, you know? And that's what it's about for me. And it's like, oh. But you know, you've got free will, and if you don't want to hand your will over to the Most High, then that's up to you. If you want to go with imperfect will instead of perfect will, that's fine. It's all going to happen for a reason, you know. Concerning. Yeah. Gee, I feel her energy. I know she's well, but she really isn't either at the time. Kind of funny how they all tied together all of a sudden. Yeah, isn't it just? I think I know what you're talking about, Tom. Do you want to elaborate? Because, you know, I'm not you, and you've got your own perspective. And for me, I know my truth now, and all I need is perspective so I can alchemize even more, you know? So, 4 of Wands is joy, stability, and blessings, celebration. This is a time of manifesting happiness, and you are on the right path to achieve your goals. Boom. Finances, here we go. Getting over a loss, you're on the right path. It's going to happen soon. Do you know what I mean? Whatever the situation, we're going through it, right? And straight after the fall, like that's where you're going to get the revenge because you're doing the thing that no one else can do. And whatever the obstacle in the situation is, they just don't get it. They don't get how you're doing it, and they want to be able to do it themselves. So they're trying to get revenge on you. This is definitely something from the past. It might be even your past, your whole past might be, but your past is going to be in grief. If you are on the correct polarity, then you won't feel this really, because losses are fine. Losses are good. When we're going up the levels into that frequency, into the higher frequency, we need to have losses. We need to have the losses of the old frequency so that we can make space for that new to come in. Otherwise, we're just going to stay down and we're going to be frustrated because we're trying to go up and we're getting pulled down, and it's like we're shaking, like an atom, like a gas particle is literally like, I want to go up, but I need to go down at the same time. Instead, let go, and it's like, wee. Right. This card signifies blessings as your angels are talking to you. There is a reunion of two souls within celebrations and parties. If you are single, now is a good time to broaden your love opportunities. That this now, just reading that kind of ties into that love reading in a bit, because you've got change, which is leaving a previous relationship and being absolutely distraught, and then um, actually doing the work on yourself instead of jumping straight into another relationship and perpetuating everything, because you wouldn't have left that frequency yet. If you go out of one relationship and straight to another, you're just changing the face of the relationship. It's not the person that you're after, right? Really, it's not the person that you want. It's just that same frequency but with a different smell. And now you're doing well. You're starting to do well. You've understood. You've taken your time, and they've continued doing what they're doing. They've seen that you've got what it is that they really want, which is more of your lovely, beautiful energy, right? Because you've awakened, and you're no longer being depressive in that way. You're getting better, and they want revenge for that, because they're going to be coming back to you. The past is coming back, and they're not happy about it because they want that, right? They didn't know what it was that they wanted, but you've been helping them through all the bloody time, and all they've done is just take, 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 take. And the only cost that they had to pay was to listen, to what you were saying, so that they could do it for themselves, right? And if you are completely sound with your boundaries, then you can remember the good things of the past, but you can also remember the bad things of the past. And that's what allows you that balance within your boundary. And it's not about resentment, hate, or anything else, because you wish unconditional love for everybody else, but you've got to let them go. Right. And then you get into that joyous area, that bit of creation, that manifestation period, right? And you celebrate by getting yourself a new partner because you've done the work. This isn't coming out of a relationship and 2 weeks later jumping into another one. This is a period of time that's gone through. And even if it's a short period of time, really, as long as that alchemized process of the soul has happened, because people awaken at different times and they get different levels of awakening, right? And it's mental. But celebration. But you can also do this to the financial reward. You've got the invention, you've got that creation, that new contract, and you won it. You've come out of that period. Beautiful, wonderful. I haven't even finished this part yet. So if you are in a relationship, this card can signify the next step, either a marriage proposal or pregnancy. Minx, you are at peace as your mind. You are at peace as your mind, body, and soul are aligned. There you go. That rhyme's just got to be true. This is a good time to travel and celebrate. Star message: the universe and the angels are blessing you. And I gave you those blessings earlier, didn't I? When I showed you the angel numbers that came to me for you: 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, and then 999, 999, which is going to be your emotional bank balance, and probably, hopefully, I don't know the plan, but your physical one too, right? I'm not going to give you any of this. You may be seeing these numbers. I've shown you those numbers. That was for you, right? That was from Spirit for you. They told me it was for you, and I give it to you. I was going to buy those cards, but I only had £4.99 in my bank, and it was £9.99 for one of them. But tomorrow I'll get them. all right, because there was some nice. I mean, they were old, but I liked the name of the deck. It was something about like that soul blessing or whatever it is. It's about insight, and that's what we were about, right? Ah, okay. Just quickly catch up on some of these comments. I feel her energy. Yeah, we've been there, Tom. Yeah, kind of funny how it all tied together all of a sudden. It's weird how it works, isn't it? It's almost like they're teasing with me sometimes as well. It's like, hang on, everybody's thinking and feeling about this, but this is what's coming out, and it's like, but if this is true, then it should be able to be put into any situation, because it's energy. And then by the end, it's like, ta-da! you know. Nicole, don't hate what you ain't, lol. As you said, free will. We all make choices. Absolutely. I don't hate. I don't hate at all. I accept everything. I get frustrated. That hate is a word, and I mean there are some people in here that would agree with me when they say, "Oh, I hate this." I go, "Hate? Really? Do you hate that?" Hate is the path to the dark side, right? But it's like you can dislike something, and that's okay, but have unconditional love for all things. Um, and it's using people's skill sets for different places. It's just when they're in their positive, they actually, when they're in their full positive, they can only be in their full positive when they've accepted their dark side. And that dark side actually helps towards their positive, because for your positive to live within this body, your negative has to be able to live as well, because the negative needs to survive, and neither of them can survive without your vessel and without your surroundings. Therefore, they both really need to work together, don't they? When Evita comes, hang on, it's jumped all of a sudden. When Evita comes back, I'm going to ask her what she did with Oz. Oh, what do you mean? What did she do with me? She didn't do nothing. I have been chatting on the comments for the last few months. No one's noticed me. She's even done reads for me out loud on there. Yeah, but she calls me Oguz. Oguz. I think she calls me. I can't remember exactly, but I'm just remembering from the reads that she did what she used to call me. I have it in my mind. I'll be alone for the rest of my days. I'm not lonely and I don't care. Right, sweetly, I call bullshit. I do. For somebody to say I don't care means that actually they really do care. And if you're saying I'm just not lonely, right? It's all right to be lonely. I have it in, yeah, but you've also told yourself you're manifesting that you'll be alone for the rest of your days. Sweetheart, we need to have a chat, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy, and you can be. If you're telling yourself you're going to be alone, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? Really, you can do the same thing. You can be alone now, right? But do it out of a place of positivity instead of negativity. It's like that learning of yourself. And once you've done that, it just comes. I've heard. I'm still single, right? I've heard, and I've seen people just ping together. In fact, it was Genji last night. Literally confirmed it last night. The Spirit Ninja, Spin Ninja, yeah, bodyguards. They are. She's going to be. As I see it, the 144,000 is not a number of people. Yeah, it's a frequency. It's not even just that. It's like the 144,000 is about. It's. I had this 1122. Just got up here. I had a download about this a year ago, 2 years ago. It's like the amount of number. It's like the amount of people within a village. So you can have lots of 144,000s that all tune in. It might be like there are 144,000 variations of each individual person type thing. It was a weird download that I had a while ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to process this right now. I'm trying to keep myself from ripping my head apart and pulling my soul out. You know, it's a good thing no one knows where the soul is in the body. If you think the past isn't relevant or that it can be erased, you're a fool. The past is the key to who and what we are in our future. The past is relevant, but it isn't, because the thing is that your memory of the past is not perfect, and your memory of the past will change. It's infallible. Memory is. As our perspective changes throughout growing up and throughout experiences that we have, our memories alter without us even knowing it, because our perception's always changing, and we can't see how our perception changed until we look back at things. And I'm talking about, like, if you've written something about, say, your emotion, how you're feeling on a particular day, and then you put that book away and you go back to it 6 months later and you read it, you'll be like, what really? You know? So it's like the lyrics to the song that I said before. It matters and it doesn't matter. Two opposing thoughts, but both of them are true. We can actually choose to create it. It's about our present time. Our experiences have given us, our past has given us experiences that allow us to navigate through this current time, right? And that's important. That is absolutely important. I completely see why Evita gave you this chance. Well, that makes one of us, darling. Grief, finance, court case. All you saying, little bit before you pulled the full one. Yeah, I know, right? They certainly suit each other. Who suits each other? Oh my god, I need to hear this. Don't wait until he blushes. What's going on here? All of a sudden, it's jumped. I need to hear this. I need to hear this too. Diana, wait until he blushes. Reading this. He is sunburned. Am I? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm not blushing. Minxie in the house. Yeah, we know that. She's wild. So mortified, I reckon, reading this too. There's dislike, then there's hate. Hate is ugly. Yeah, absolutely. We don't need that. She would crack up, sending you positive vibes. Butterfly, come on, Mafia, send us the butterflies. Yeah, please. We love butterflies, especially orange ones. This is so funny with no sound. I bet it is. Wasn't saying anything then. I got travelled to do why I need financial. Yeah, man. On the humorous side of it, it's maybe casino gods be good today. Do you know what? That some geezer just randomly walked up to me today when I sat outside a veteran's coffee shop, and he came over and he said, "I put 10p because I live by the water now," which was what Vita was picking up on. I moved by the sea right after I came out of the lighthouse. Anyway, he went to the pier, and at the pier, which is like I think you might, I don't know if you call it a boardwalk over in America. I'm not sure, but it's like a structure that goes out into the water off of the beach, off of the seafront, and they have like these amusement casino type things where you can put 10p in there. And the guy was like, "I put 10p in, and I got £2 out." And then I put another 10p in, and then I got another £2 out. And I was like, interesting. And then I took my cup back inside, and then there was a lady in there. She's going, "Oh, I think I'm getting 14 grand coming through from this court case thing." I was like, and then later I've got all these angel numbers coming through, and I'm like, yes, everything's happening for everybody. Everything's happening for everybody. If we're in a correct polarity, it's coming because you owed it. You're worthy. You've made yourself worthy because you've done the work, or you're doing the work. You're doing the work. It doesn't matter if you're not holier than thou yet, if you're not, if you're not Jesus reincarnated, but as long as you're trying, and as long as you're able to take those things that are in that denial and then make it a thing that needs to be looked at, the things that we think that we don't need to change, we look at it, at least, then you're on the right path, darlings, right? A lot of gesturing. Who's gesturing? Yeah, Tom, I wish you abundance, mate. I would like you to go traveling because the world is there to be enjoyed. Really is. Send abundance to Tom. To everyone, but let's have a little focus for him. Let's get him traveling. Yeah, there's loads of hundreds going up, loads of loves. Come on, reactions. More. Everyone get banging that button, please. Come on, loads. No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 100. Oh, yeah, that's better. Lovely. Right, remember us when you're a multi-millionaire, bud. Remember Evita as well. I just don't see myself with anyone, and that's okay, too, if that's what you want. And what the thing is that we're in the present. It's a gift. We don't know what's coming tomorrow, right? We're alive today. We may not be tomorrow, but what happens the day after that? We don't know. Whether you're alive or dead tomorrow, we don't know what happens the day after that for sure. So, but if you're dead, something has to still happen the day after. So, just it's about that. Let's get that healing done inside of us. Let's find our true, authentic selves. Let's be completely happy with that and just head towards the light wherever that takes us. You never know. Your soul partner might be a fur baby or something. You know what I mean? You don't know. Lots of gesturing. Hi, so Charlie. Nicole Morton, couldn't that have damaging if we change our memory or perspective of history? Wouldn't that have profound effect on our present and future? Well, the thing is that it's you saying that is very important, and I've already gone through this. The thing is that we do anyway, and history is when it comes to like multiple things, history is always written by the winner. The actual events of what happened aren't necessarily true. And the thing is that the truth in our true memory, is actually how we behave in the present, because every decision we ever made and all of the experience that come from it builds into our amygdala because we react to certain things, right? Or we act to certain things. So if we are reacting to certain things, are we observing how we're reacting? And our amygdala is programmed to keep us away from danger in whatever way. We can see by our own core sequence in actions through our feelings, actually the truth of the very present time. So we get to fix things as they happen if we can observe them. Therefore, it doesn't matter about what's true and false of the past, because the truth comes out in the present because of all of the things that have happened. Does that make sense? I know it sounds a bit airy-fairy, but it's really quite simple, and don't get it flashed by that, because you've got to make something simple complicated so that you can re-simplify it in your own language. But that's exactly what it is. And that's why the present is called the present, because it's a gift. And the gift is going to be the present for the future, yes? But we have to let go of that past in a way. It doesn't matter if it is. In fact, like, I mean, if you saw the reading I done yesterday, and I've got Rexy to help me out there. Rexy, where are you, buddy? I've got Rexy. Do you remember, if you watched it, where I said that Rexy isn't actually blue, and yet you can see him blue? But he's not blue. He's every colour other than blue. But you remember him as being blue. I'm giggling so much. Oh, here we go. What happened? Where is she? Here. She's on a healing path. Okay, perfect. I'm glad she's okay. Thank you, Evita. Healing is paramount. Absolutely. Abundance to tell. Come on. Stacey's 100ing it all the way. Yes, come on, abundance. I'm so good at being a loner. Yeah, me too. It's good. Don't get into a poor me state about it. You're a beautiful person. You needn't be a loner. You are a beautiful person. You've got a beautiful soul, and it's, you are deserving of the very best. Literally. I wonder why I'm not seeing all the comments. Help always keep Evita's life in the algorithm while she's resting. Ah, gee, you gangster. Hit the like button, fam. Yeah, come on. Get sharing. You like, post it everywhere, wherever you can. Oh, just do it. Light it up. Don't worry about me. This is for Evita. Yeah. Even if you don't like me, whatever. It's nice to see how the chat has actually changed from when I first came on, despite me not having to. You know what I mean? Beautiful, really, isn't it? Tom, try reloading. Sweetheart, we're all here to heal ancestral lines. Before, yes, absolutely. We can no longer pass it on. We can't pass it on anymore because once you've awakened to a certain level, you can't unsee what you've seen. We can try to justify it, but that actually we know inside ourselves the truth, right? Because we've seen it. So we can't do that anymore. That just puts us into our negative, and then our gifts just destroy us. You know? Hang on, I need to get my mouse. What's up? I sent Evita a message earlier. I didn't get any reply yet, and I'm not expecting one either. She knows what she's doing, and I respect her exactly for whatever she's doing, whatever way. I can't claim to know the wisdom of that wonderful woman. Right, there is no such thing. Oh no, just as I was about to read it, it's gone. There is no such thing as death. Yes, agreed. There's only expansion of energy leaving our avatars and going home. The death card is one's only choice to close the door. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But I also feel that our avatars don't need to die either anymore. I really feel that that's not necessary because you might have heard through science, like all of our cells in our body kind of rejuvenate over time, and after a period of between 7 and 11 years, we don't actually have a single cell that was the same in that from a period of time, right? So as we're unlocking the codes in our DNA and things like that, by getting into that higher vibration, the higher vibration is PMA, positive mental attitude. When we're in that, we're living in our best self. So our body's just healing. And in fact, it's alchemizing. The higher we're vibrating, by the time it comes around to that cycle, we're going to be at a higher vibration. Instead of the cells splitting into two and then becoming damaged, they're actually repairing. You know, it's got to be true. The only reason we're not there yet is because, as you can see through history, it's just repeating itself over and over and over and over again. It's just got different names for the things. You know what I mean? It's just got different names for all of the different wars now. And the wars aren't even just on the actual physical fighting front. They're through discriminations and all of these other things, both sides of it. Let's do the opposite of what we always do, and we'll get the opposite result, which is live forever happily, you know? But I like that observation, Mafia. Nice one. Brandy, everyone. Whoop. Yes, it is. I agree and understanding and appreciate what you're saying. Nicole, that's beautiful. A lot of people I've ever spoken to, for one, they can't listen to me for more than 2 minutes before they're squashing their head and then projecting onto me that I'm some lunatic, which I kind of am and I like, but that I'm speaking nonsense. Let alone say something and then allow me to try to put forward my perspective so that they can alchemize that process, because everybody always wants to be right. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because I had to get to the level of thought that I'm at now. I was at the point where I was thinking exactly the same thing as you, right? And as most other people. And as everybody starts to raise up, I can't wait because I'm going to get brand new perspective, which I can learn some more beautiful stuff. Every single person is individual. We're all equal, but we're all individual. The reason why we exist is because everything that is missing from all people on this world is inside of me. And that which is missing inside of me and all other people in the world is you. and everybody else. So it only makes sense to love that because we get to observe that. Remember, we can't observe ourselves so much. As we grow, we don't know that we change. And yet, when we observe something within another person that we can actually really appreciate, it's lovely because it's like, wow, you kind of model yourself after that person, because what's learned can be taught, right? And it's like, hang on, that person there has a really beautiful heart. They care about people and they spend time looking after people in whatever way. Oh, that's really beautiful. I wish I could be more like that. The thing is, the very fact that you're feeling like that is that you are to an extent. But a lot of people, it's like the negative um, boy masculinity within the male, well, both within the patriarchy, which lives inside both men and women, right? Is that they see something else that's like that has the potential to be something amazing, and it's actually the part of them that they don't have within themselves, and because they're unable to actually see their beauty inside themselves, instead of nurturing that, which is the actual divine masculinity, is the nurture and patience, right? To actually lift it up, we suppress it. Yeah. See what people think about that. I wonder if I'm going to get some like spirit shots come through the camera. Where is Simon and Lisa? I saw Shada on Facebook. I don't know. Sweetly. Good morning. Good morning, Kimberly. I will catch up with the comments soon. When one has found it difficult to change circumstance, when one has found it difficult to change circumstances, that's when we are then challenged to change. Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah. When one has found it difficult to change. The thing is that changing circumstances is, it depends if we're changing it through controlling that circumstance. If this is an avatar, using something that someone said before, if we're in an avatar, then we're completely like in control of ourselves, then up to our eyeballs, say up to our head, is control. When we start to try and put control into something else, that has to reduce, that level of capacity reduces to fill up that around, and yet that area cannot be empty. It's filled with reaction, and it's filled all the way if we give more control over something. Therefore, if we control ourselves by listening, as I bleat on over and over again, we listen to our emotions, we see what it's telling us. And then with our boundaries, we go, yes, there is a change of circumstances that needs to happen there. But that change of circumstances needs to happen because I'm not happy about the way I feel within this circumstance, be it money, be it relationship, be it respect, be it purpose, right? And then we go inside and we go, wait, we can change it. So instead of, if we then continued, if we didn't do that and we continue doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, it gets to a point where we get a tower moment. The tower moments only happen, they only happen when we don't look inside. Because it's like you could stop this from happening, and it perpetuates until a point where it's like, hang on, you're going too far away from your path now, so we need to put you back onto it. In order for me to get to where I was, I had to be able to enjoy, I had to learn to see the positive in the tower moments to then stop the tower moments from happening, because I'm understanding myself, therefore I can flow rather than resist. And when you flow with the river, eventually you're not a boat or something inside the river, you become the water, and you get to fill up the whole river and still flow the same direction. Does that make sense? I died when I was 19. I was in a coma. Yeah. Did you really? It's an incredible place. I look forward to going back. Oh wow. I've died a few times myself, but I don't remember seeing anything in another place. So you're quite lucky that you've had that. There was somebody else on here the other day who said that they had an out of body experience when they died. Like they literally watching themselves and like, oh, hang on a second, I'm dead, and then all of a sudden they woke back up again. I was like, bloody hell. Congratulations on unlocking your astral traveling gift. Just floating there, like cool. I'm glad that you saw that place. Yeah, I've been alone for quite some time, and then I realised that. Yes, that's it too. Yeah, that's it too. That's another time for another story. But already 1 hour and 10 minutes. I love having you guys here. I love talking to you. It's like time just seems to fly by. I'm you know, I really appreciate your communication insight. Thanks so much, and so much love to Evita. You're very welcome. And yep, let's push on that love to Evita. You're glad you're still with us. Yep, absolutely, Chadley. We are glad. Chadley. No, there's no D in there. Is that another way of saying Kaylee? I was given a choice on coming back and said no first. Yeah, positivity goes a long way. In my opinion, you were second. We're in the second coming. Christ consciousness, yeah. ASC. The 7 year cycle is a super interesting. Look into it if you haven't. Lots of rings of truth. Yeah. Not thank you, sweetly, for looking into that. Just the collective not learning and not doing the necessary work in order to ascend once more. Yeah. And they can do the work, right? But it does take that strength because it means that I liken it to the thing that causes PTSD. It's the same reason for that PTSD 1111 I had there. Sorry, 111. It is. It's the same. It's like having. It's what causes PTSD. So I'm an ex-soldier, but I have PTSD not just from the military, but from before and from after. I'm like turbo PTSD'd up, but I gotten over it, right? Because I've understood it. I was like, twitching all the time, like. But what PTSD is when you are put into a situation in which you have beliefs that something could not happen, right? And then you're put into a situation where it does happen, and you're like, oh, beliefs not going right, and you like grind the gears, and you mess up. So a lot of combat PTSD is where you've got people who go into the military and they're strong people, for example, right? And they go, right, I can do all of this. I can run for as long as I need to. I can shoot straight. I'm going to defend my mate next to me because it's for the greater good of looking after everybody else. And then all of a sudden, they find themselves in a situation where they've got their weapon, their friend over there, a child's just pointed a machine gun at their friend, shot them, and that's only happened because you haven't fired that weapon at them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you thought that you were always going to be able to handle that situation. And I know that situation is horrible. That whole way. It's like, well, would you shoot the child? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't either. Do you know what I mean? And so it's like you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't. But it's about a situation that you can't believe is going to happen and actually happens. And that's our amygdala goes, and then we are unable to process those memories properly. And it causes all sorts of issues, which is why I say that the past doesn't really matter. We can change those memories, and we can change those memories if we want to. It's still process them, but to get to that point, first of all, it's about that present, looking at our current actions and how we're currently dealing with things. But it's taking that out of denial. It's taking that belief that you think you are. Have you ever noticed you got people who always say, oh, I'm loyal and I'm the best friend you can have and I care this one and I'm that one. And then like, that's what they've said to their mate. And then like 5 minutes later, they're cheating on their other half by kissing that person, dancing on the dance floor of the pub or whatever else. You're like, what? Hang on a second. You just introduced yourself to that person over there. Is that? And you can't understand why other people can't be, and yet you've just done that. The truth is, the best way to, and you know what? And to the point where they first observed that, they probably were that. The issue is that it can never be completed. We always have to be able to go, hey, the universe is growing at a rate of pi. That's why pi exists. That number pi exists. It's a number that doesn't repeat itself. It almost seems random, but it's just the rate of expansion of the universe. If you put pi down to any sort of decimal place, then you get a full circle. It's like a stamp of time. But if you go up increasing in pi, then you get that spiral, that sacred geometry, because that's the rate of increase. And at every second that goes by, the space between the 2 points doubles. Yeah. And the thing is if we limit our perspective to pi, then we only draw a circle within. It's like we draw a circle snapshot within time, but the universe is still increasing. So that belief, that perspective actually gets smaller because the whole perspective is getting bigger until it becomes but a dot and a non-existence almost. It does exist there somewhere, but as the universe grows, more opportunities and more tests and things and more perspectives come to test that. And if we think that we're solid in it, then we won't grow. Our perspective needs to grow at the same rate as the universe is expanding, so to speak, as the consciousness is expanding. In fact, it needs to grow faster because we've got a lot of work to do to overcome all of the generational curses that have been handed down and handed down and handed down. And it's easier to do, really, when you think about it. Just in saying that, it's handed down and handed down and handed down, because it stops us blaming our parents for things, because they were in our position. They've had this done to them, and it's a learnt thing. You learn as a child growing up, and then we do what we learn. So when they have their children, us, we grow up with this, and it's like breathing. Once we've learned to breathe, we breathe automatically. We take it for granted. We don't know how much. If we had to sit there, and one of the conscious tasks we had to do was breathe, we'd bloody appreciate not needing to think about it. It's a learned thing, right? It makes it easier when what I'm saying to be able to go, hang on, it is a generational curse. Let's not blame anybody, but I'm going to take the responsibility to do as much work as I can so I don't pass it on to my children. Yeah, onto my child, onto the next generation. I even if I don't have children, I've got one, but even if I don't have any more children, I don't want to pass it on to my daughter, and I don't want to pass it on to my neighbour's child either by me being an asshole towards them because I'm in my shadow, Anyway. This one, which is what beautiful, the factors are different. And I've probably been chatting for ages because it feels like a good book. Yeah. We are all part of source. We are like a glass plate that has been shattered, and we're all shot. That is that I resonate with that really in a slightly different way. But that piece of glass thing is something that's quite close to my heart. There was a metaphor that I used a while back as part of like who I was, and this was when I was in a poor me state, and yeah. I've also said the name, is it Chaley? And also then questioned that I felt my high self saying, yeah, absolutely. I feel you on the people thinking you are cray, aka crazy. I am proper cray. In fact, sometimes I even look like the Cray brothers, Cray twins. At least in my personality. Not with this hairstyle. This is a new hairstyle today. I'm starting to go Viking, I think. I don't know why. I've not done it before, so I thought, why not? Let's try it for a little bit. I change appearance. You won't recognise me if you saw me on the street. I change appearance so often. I've evaded the police and the military, right, for trying to find me without even. I was in the centre of London. They couldn't find me for a period of time. I wasn't trying to hide. I just went off the radar, and they were looking for me. Couldn't find me, even through all of their cameras and stuff. Gangster. Even if you're going through karmic lessons debts, we are in constant inevitable. Yeah, G, you're right. Karmic lessons are fine, and the thing is that as soon as we can open up our eyes to it and start to transmutate and do it, those karmic lessons, the karma is paid. Do you know what I mean? It's not like if we stay in that negative, oh no, I've been bad, the guilt, yeah, and instead of and then being in that poor me stage where it's like, oh, I've been bad, no, I've got 7 years back with bad luck. You won't pay anything in that 7 years because you've already gone to the fact, yeah, I've got 7 years bad luck. The more likely chance is you're going to get 14 years bad luck, because after that point, you're going to be like, oh, what's happened to me? What's going on? Like, I was only supposed to have 7 years. And it's like, well, now it's starting now, but you won't understand. It's as soon as we can polarize and understand exactly our inside and how it's us, that we're responsible for what happens on the outside of us by our boundaries by how we feel. Yeah. I complain about my grandmother. Hang on. When I would complain about something, my grandmother would say, "You're burning rubber, spinning your wheels, creating smoke, and going nowhere, wasting your time, energy, and wearing yourself out." Yeah, I would liken that, Nicole, to trying to control something else, right? Or not being able to look at yourself, blaming other people. Yeah. The thing is that the first part is blaming other people. The second part is blaming yourself, and the third part is there's no blame at all because it was always meant to happen and it was going to happen. Yeah. When you get to that bit, it's like, hang on, it's not their fault. It's not my fault. This was something that was always going to happen. It was always going to happen. So it just makes everything so much more peaceful. Yeah. I wonder if it might be in there, Nicole. So true. I'm going to evolve. It's Shaylee. Okay. Who's who's going? Did I do something to trigger you? Oh, right. Nicole's going to shoot. Maybe you should go back and look in the mirror and reflect on why it is. She thought you meant you're leaving the live. Oh, I'm missing out on this. Oh, we've got Alchemist Transal Chemistrix. Phoenix 33. Hello, hello. Absolutely agree. 100 at Mafia. I love that, Shaylee. Okay. Has risen. Change has played many a seed. I am me, and I am nice until I'm not. Shirley, I apologise if I took your comment wrong. Seemed more like trolling. I had 0 tolerance for beating English. I shut it down. I think there's lots of mirror work that needs to happen here. I was very, very, very ignorant, and it wasn't because I wanted to be. I just was. I was very ignorant, and I learned how to not be ignorant through my karmic lessons, and yet some people still unable to. But I don't want to tolerate. I've got my boundaries. It's like there's a certain level to which I'll give myself to a person to put up with their ignorance. But when it then turns to arrogance, and it's like I've told you now, right? And I've explained it in a way that you should be able to understand on your terms. Now you're just being arrogant. Look, there's a rainbow. Now you're just being arrogant. That's when I go, right, yeah, see you later. That's not good for me. But it's not like a zero tolerance hard wall that's made out of anything negative, unless I'm getting you wrong, right? That's what I'd say. You only hurt yourself at the end. Being negative. Yeah, I agree. So I think so. All right. Okay. That was an hour and 23 minutes, and it must be probably about 4:43 where you guys are. I'm going to let you get to sleep for a little bit. I'm going to see what I can do about this. I've got this idea. I'm going to write out a few cards, see if we can get some pentacle type stuff going on. Okay. Love you all. Blessings to you all. Abundance to you all. All sorts of stuff. Minx, you said confused why to hide from the military police. I wasn't actually hiding. I just dropped off grid. A lot of shit happened, and I just reappeared, and then everyone was like, "Where the fuck were you?" It's like, well, what? You suddenly care now? Anyway, leave that. It depends what state, but it's 4:24. Okay. Well, let's see what happens, eh? Go and get yourself some nice sleep, people. It's going to be. Is it Monday for you over there today? Yeah, and day of the emotion. So let's have a nice feel, okay? I care, but I couldn't say I was listening on the phone. Ah, yes, it's okay. Love you all. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Go and spread that beautiful love to everybody else that you have within you as well. Yeah, go smile. Go and enjoy yourselves. Go and have a lovely moon day, 25, emotional day. No night.